It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
Hello, people.
Chiller.
What are we, episode 41?
Yep, we are back in our individual quarters. Well,
Yes.
I am.
I've been here, same spot. Yes, we have gone back home. We have separated. I just like your little update about like all the new shit Google Chrome could do. It really reminds me that I don't update any app ever.
You
Like,
need to.
how people like the new Instagram update. I'd be like, baby, what update? I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're
Instagram love
talking about.
updating. Instagram love updating some
TikTok,
shit.
nothing. Like literally, I tried to, when people were doing the like do re mi trend on TikTok, I was trying to do it. And TikTok was like, no, baby, this is only for people who update it. Update your shit, and then you can use it. And I was like, oh,
Well,
okay. Well,
you
let me
better
update it.
you better update your TikTok while you still can, because they said January 2025, they finally gave a date for the TikTok ban. So January 2025, they said that is going to be the TikTok ban. But the crazy thing about the ban is that
like what that means.
that just means that after January 2025, you won't be able to update the app anymore. And if you can't update your app, eventually, just like Vine, it's going to die because you can't use it. Like certain features you won't be able to access or use. So it won't be immediately like, oh yeah, January 2025, you can't go on TikTok. Yeah. But after a while, because you can't update the app, and there's always bots and things that they're fixing. All these apps do the same shit. But after a while, we won't be able to. So yeah.
Like, we got bigger fucking fish to fry. Other than TikTok, just like let me live. Like, I feel like America is such an unhappy fucking country. Like, goddamn, every little happiness y'all bitches snatch that shit away. Jesus, like, can I have
Can't
something?
have nothing.
Can't have Nathaniel. What will I do? How will my vocabulary survive without TikTok?
Shut up. Here's the thing, though. I feel like just like we talked about last episode, I hate how like all these platforms are trying to do the same thing, right? And each platform has a different vibe, right? We used to love Instagram. I mean, I still love Instagram, but for some reason, the vibes don't be vibing on Reels. If everyone treated their Instagram Reels like it was TikTok, I don't understand why we can't keep the vibes going. I feel like people are just being stubborn. Like, if this is our fate and we're not going to have TikTok anymore, then guess what? Y'all better use some Instagram Reels. And the Reels, they don't even have to go on your feed. They could just be on your Reels feed. There's 2 different feeds.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be on your page if you don't want that on your main feed. So I'm just like, why can't the vibes just transfer over? Just don't be stubborn, y'all. Like, let's keep this thing going.
I feel like it can transfer over. You're not gonna have nobody's gonna have a choice. It's like, and I feel like that's part of the ban is to force people into not having a choice. All the people who are making money on TikTok, okay, soon enough, you will not be able to make money. So you're gonna have to pivot and go to something else. So Instagram's like, well, baby, just come over here. The government in our pocket.
The next best thing.
Yeah, the government's already in our pocket. So you straight. So you can come over here. You're gonna make less money. Cause Meta gonna do what it do, and y'all income is gonna be a little different, but you could still make some money. So I think that people will reluctantly transfer over. Just Instagram, the algorithm don't algorithm the way that we need it to. And that's my issue with it. The way that TikTok works, like I know if some shit is going down on TikTok and I see somebody's like reaction post, I know about 2 scrolls down, I'm going to get the original post. So, baby, I am always up to speed on TikTok. Instagram, if I can't be kept up to speed, if I comment on a video because I'm way too early in the drama, I'm expecting for your algorithm to be like, okay, more mess has unfolded. Let me bring you back. Like, I need it to do what it does.
Search. If I click the search, click the search, it's going to give me the backstory. All the videos is right there. Like,
yes, like I just wanted to be like, red dress girl. Click. Here's everything about the red dress girl. That's what I need. The algorithm on Instagram does not algorithm the way that it needs to. And I just can't get with it. It's like,
that I agree with.
Give me something. Like, if you're going to participate in snatching the fun away, give us something.
Now, do you
Y'all
think
already in our damn business anyway? So shit, just let us have some fun. God damn.
Yeah. Do you think that TikTok will sell? Because that's the other option.
Honestly, if I'm TikTok and the state of the American government is just trying to bully people into doing what they want, I'm giving the biggest fuck you.
Yeah.
To them. No, bitch, I'm not selling. Fuck you. I'm not doing this, because it just kind of, when companies do that, it kind of sets the precedent that everybody's going to fall in line. And I think that the government banks on people just being complacent, falling in line. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing anything wrong, like, we got to stop with this bullshit. Like, they're selling our information to the Chinese. Baby, Instagram has everything on you. Meta has everything on you. You can't even delete Facebook. You got to go through 55,000 hoops just to hit delete. You can hit delete 5,000 times, baby, it's still not deleted. So it's just like,
ask some of these stupid criminals that been getting clamped up because all they social media posts and everything else.
Exactly. So it's just like, we can't be talking about, oh, it's for the safety, it's for this and that. But when it actually things that affect people's safety, y'all don't be doing nothing about, it's all bullshit. Like, you don't give a fuck about that. So why are we doing it? It's just trying to, whoever is lining the pockets, which happens to be Meta at this point, that's lining the government's pockets, that's lobbying for all of these bills to basically knock out their competition and make them the monopoly. Anybody who is opposing, if you just pay or sell or do what they're saying, it just proves to them that I could really do whatever I want and you're going to fall in line. So if I'm TikTok, nah, sorry, US, fuck y'all. Somebody got to take a stance and be like, nah, we're going to have to shake shit up around here. And unfortunately, and I remember when I used to fight being on TikTok. Oh my God, what was I thinking?
Yes. I don't even know what made you finally download it. It was probably quarantine, because I was on TikTok back in 2019, I want to say.
No, it was because like you kept sending me so many videos that I couldn't open. So I was just like, that's the only reason I keep the Twitter app. I only keep the Twitter app so I can open things that people send to me. Because, like, even now, because I don't think I have, like, my Twitter still looks like Twitter. It doesn't switched over to X because I haven't updated it. Hello? I can't, like, if somebody sends me a video, I can't see the comments. I can see what the original post. I can see how many comments it has or the repost, but I can't personally look at the comments. I can just see whatever the tweet was, whatever. So I keep it just so I can open it when people send it. And that's kind of what TikTok was. And I was like, okay, let me just join, because now I can't see the videos. It's coming across real weird. Every time I click on it, it's like, oh, sign up. Get this pop up off my screen. So then I just was forced to do it. And then it was like the best decision I ever made.
And now look at you, addicted.
A crackhead. I cannot stop. Like, all my lingo, everything is TikTok. Like, what will I do? What will all the people do? And some people I could do without. Like, I don't need y'all to pivot. Y'all stay right here. But some people, I need y'all to get to the other platform because I like your content. Like Mecca, Jamila, Bougie Brown Skin, I need them to transition because I like their content. I just
followed them on Instagram. Well, I followed Mecca already, but I just followed Jamila, and I was like, you have a child? You're a mother? Like, I
found out she was a doula.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what secret life are you living over here? Like,
I don't even feel like it's a secret, because if you really look at her content, she just be in the fucking house. But she made another video, maybe like last week or something, and I actually heard children like a child in the background. I was like, oh,
I be hearing kids too.
But I didn't like think
this is what it is. This is what it is. I feel like when I look at her, for some reason, it doesn't register to me that she's our age. Like, I don't know why. I think she's like 23.
Younger?
Yeah, but she's actually a grown-ass woman with like a kid.
Yes, like grown-ass woman. So it's like, yeah, I need them to pivot. and just bring me your same content. But I also like that. I like that her content is just like, no, I'm not making my content about me being a mom. I'm not hiding it.
Yeah.
But when you find out, you'll find out. But I think that sometimes that's the difference between Instagram and like TikTok. TikTok, I feel like you can control it a lot more. And most times people use Instagram for pictures. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to post the things that are going on in my life. So if I have a significant other that I'm allowed to post, I post them. If I have a child, I'll post them on Instagram. You wouldn't know until you follow me over there. But on my TikTok, I don't make this about them. This is just for me. This is my shit.
Right.
So I do like that. And I think it gives people some separation. But now we gotta combine it all back together.
And I think we can do it in a healthy way if everybody just goes into it with a positive mindset.
Yeah.
Optimism.
I think now that the dollars truly are on the line, people are gonna have to. The dollars is on the line. So you want to keep making your creator checks, you want to do that, you need to start. I think that people should start now because we don't know what's going to happen in January. I think that people should start now with pushing their audience to their Instagram. So it's like, my subscribers from here, I need to push y'all over. Like, go follow me on Instagram. Because when this happens, now a lot of people are going to have to start all over again. So if you don't have the same numbers on Instagram that you have on TikTok, then obviously your bag is going to be affected. Your bag is going to be affected. So it's like, yeah, if I got 2 million over here, I need all 2 million of y'all to get over here because that's the only way you're going to be able to keep.
But to
sustain it.
Other thing though, TikTok for some reason has been real janky with paying creators, especially creators. Like I had left the creator rewards program because like they kept flagging all of my videos, and I'm like, okay, I'll still do the TikTok shop, but I'm just gonna leave the creator rewards program. So I'm like, y'all not paying me anyway on any of these posts. But then it invited me to come back, and I'm just like, okay, so I don't know what that's about. And then I saw Mecca making a video saying how like they're banning people and not like actually paying out. Now, mind you, in order to get paid on a video, it has to have 1,000 views, 1,000 original views, meaning like if somebody watches your video more than one time, it only counts as one view. So that's that. And then it has to be over a minute long. And then
which I don't like that.
Yeah, it's so many different rules that you have to like in order to make money just simply off like the viewership of your TikTok. It's not as easy as it sounds, especially they be shadow banning people all the time. This is one person that I literally just went and looked up their name on TikTok. I'm like, they haven't popped up on my page in a while. And I looked and I was like, bitch, this person shadow banned? Like, what is going on?
Yes, so, like I be noticing that a lot of people that I really like their content, like Ivana Sunshine, I love her content. And it was like at one point I would see her all the time, like multiple times a day. And now like she'll randomly pop up and I'm like, here you are. Like, where you been? And then I go to her page and I'm like, no, you've been steadily posting videos. I just haven't seen them. And it was like, I follow you. So why am I not seeing you the way I used to see you before? Because if I see your video, you have some people that even if I don't watch the whole video, I'm still like it. Because I just want to keep you in my my algorithm. So I'll still like it. But now it's like sometimes it's like that's not even working anymore. No. So I don't know. All these tech people and all these things.
It's just ridiculous. And then the other thing with that is like your video, like right now, for some reason, my videos from like a month ago are like getting more views and likes. And I'm like, well, why is this coming? And it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Like my UGG videos that I'm like a year ago, like people was like, oh, such and such saved this person commented, this person, like, I'm like,
well, that makes more sense because it's UGG season. Like it's about, that makes more sense.
But it's like so random. It's just like when people like something from like 2 years ago, I'm like, this is so fucking random. Like, how did you get
people
here?
Was watching it. They were liking my videos from the freaking batch trip. I'm like, 2021.
Exactly. Like, what are we doing? How did you get here? Like, what's going on? But
I don't know.
This is gonna be a hard segue. Do you know what a voyeur is?
Like, In the sex world?
Well, yeah, I guess. But like
Yeah.
the whole umbrella of voyeurism.
Voyeurism? Yeah.
Yeah. But like peeping toms are voyeurs, right?
Yeah.
You know that some people don't know that?
How would you not know that? I mean, if you know what voyeurism is, then a peeping Tom. The only thing I can say
Yeah, so
about
I
that
think
is that a peeping Tom, it's most of the time not consensual. So that's the problem.
that's that's the issue. But yeah, it's just like cucks and all those things fall under voyeurs. If you like watching
Yeah.
other people, no matter what it is they're doing, people and Toms just like to look in your windows to see what the fuck you got going on in your house. Like
Yeah.
they want to it's like watching somebody play Barbies. I feel like I just want to watch and see what y'all be doing all day. And I feel like in their mind,
Yeah.
they be making up scenarios as if these are their Barbies. Like, oh, they cooking dinner, they doing this. Like that's why you got to keep your dumbass
Like
closed.
their Sims. Mm-hmm. Like
Yes, like watching them, but it's the same. Literally, it's the same thing. And I just like I was so just like, huh? People don't know that. It was just random. I'm like, now I got to see like who else don't know.
How did
I'm
you
like, if
stumble
you
across
like
that?
we were at our friend's house watching a game and we were talking about like I don't know how voyeurism came up, but we were just
Mm-hmm.
talking about it and it was just like how like you're in a group of people and it's just like half of the people are like duh, like this is common sense, and you have other people that are like this shit is news to them, like they really are uncovering some shit. I'm just
Like, wait a minute.
like wait, what? So having to explain it, I'm like, no, peeping toms, people cucks, people who just like to watch, like they're all voyeurs.
Yeah.
And I'm just I'm like, even people who go to like coffee shops just to people watch, you are not here to drink coffee. You just want to watch what everybody else got going on. You are into voyeurism. Now, your level might be a little
Right.
different.
Right. You
But
might
like
be
some
stage
people make
one.
this, yeah, like some people make this like this is their thing. They go places to people watch. Stalkers kind of fall in that category. So it's like it's a wide range.
Yeah. But
Wide range.
I think even what everybody people watches, you know what I'm saying? I love to people watch. However, I think once you get into people watching for your own sexual deviances, that
Yes, or like
is a
when
little
it's like you get
that's
off
a
on
little
this,
weird.
yeah, we got you need
Like
some help.
just yeah. And it's also kind of like, at least let me consent first. What is you doing? You over there mentally
Just
jerking off,
looking.
and I don't even know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, that's
Hold on,
crazy.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, like it gets crazy. And I just feel like, but I'd be watching those shows like I'm a stalker and all these different kinds
Yes.
of things. And those people are voyeurs. Like it starts out innocently, and then next thing you know, this bitch is jumping out your goddamn bushes. Like, or they
They
in your
got an
house
itch,
trying
they
to
got a scratch.
they in your house trying to dress up in your clothes. Like it goes from something very innocent to now I have to
Now
call the
that's
police.
scary.
Yes, but it's just like no, that I'm a stalker show gets wild. I'd be like, yo, y'all is crazy as hell. Y'all are crazy. How do we get
Like,
here? Obsessed.
police, police, hello.
Call them immediately. Immediately. I'm calling the authorities. Calling them. But yeah. Oh, my voice sounds so much better. So I really did think
Every
I
day.
think I injured my vocal cords. I really think I did.
Mm.
I don't know if I like sprained it or whatever, but I did something to them. Because at this point, I was ready to make a doctor's appointment. Like, do I have like some form of laryngitis? Like, what is going on? Because this is not normal. Like, like you go out drinking and y'all be yelling because I don't know why alcohol make you want to yell. But you start yelling, it's like, okay, I might not have a voice half of the next day, but it'll come back. It's even like I've been sick before, and by the time I feel better, my voice is back.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
I don't know. I
Like
think
I don't
that
understand
like
why it's like this, but
because it's like also if you're sick, allergies, or dry coughing and your throat is literally dry, just think about it. You're constantly like harming that
cough.
same spot. That's like when you like have if you sleep wrong, right? And you continue to sleep on that side, it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Like so that's how I
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it was, because when I tell you I was doing some extreme coughing, could not
And it's like,
sleep, coughing,
yeah, it's
like
like,
I was
how
just
can you
like,
not talk? How do you do vocal rest in a regular day-to-day life? You have to talk. You have to communicate. You have to like,
yeah,
you
it's like,
know.
or you have to talk very quietly, like try not to make your vocal cords like vibrate. So, but in my case, the shit just wasn't coming out. Like I literally would like try to formulate words, and baby, the sound was like nothing. I felt like Ariel. I'm trying to talk, and it's not coming out. I don't get it. It's gone.
Snatched your damn voice.
Snatched. But now it's back, so I'm like, okay. But I always think like my voice sounds a little weird. But this whole raspy voice, I'm like, oh baby, this is horrible. Like I sound like a chain smoker.
Yeah.
But some people, this their regular voice, and I'm like, whoa, this how I
Yeah.
be sounding to people? No, no,
Listen,
no.
some of us got that deeper voice. It's okay.
But your voice is not even that deep.
It's deep and monotone, so that makes it sound even deeper than what it is. So it's, yeah. At one point in my life, it gave 13-year-old boy. I don't know.
Well, they be sounding like Tevin Campbell, so
Well, when they're on the cusp, you know what I mean? It's like you talk to them, they sound a little normal, and then out of nowhere, it just goes an octave lower, and then randomly an octave higher. They're figuring it out. The vocal cords are confused.
confusion. Lots of confusion. Like it just needs to get it together.
Speaking of the word confusion, I have a real bad problem with like how certain people pronounce certain things. And someone said confused, and I was
Huh?
confused. Yes. I was
It's like
confused.
they dropped the N.
Yes, confused. And I was like, what? I was confused as to why they said confused. I just feel like, I don't know. I don't pronounce every word properly. I don't know, especially because like I don't have an accent, but my pronunciations are all over the place just because of my environment and different things that I consume all the time. So the way I
Yeah.
talk is just like all over the place. But confused, I don't.
That's like Pacific.
Yeah, it's just giving real idiotic.
Yeah. It's given like I'm gonna
Yeah,
just keep saying it like this. And it's like it's one thing like jokingly in passing, like if you're gonna mispronounce something, like we'll be like, I am confusion. Like,
yeah.
yes,
Or
we
how I'll
know.
be like periodically, a long
Yes, like
periodically time.
yes, like we know that these are not the words. I would never be like periodically. No. I'm
No,
talking to a select group of people when I say these things.
yes,
I am confusion. I am talking to a select group of people who understand what I mean. I'll be damned if I go in the general fucking public and say something. I am confusion. That
literally,
is saying I am stupid. What?
literally.
No. Yeah, confused.
Yeah, there's
Confused.
like, no, the person, because I was on TikTok and I'm like, I'm listening. I had to rewind it back because it was a good story. But she was just like, I was confused as to why. I said, "You was what?" Now I'm confused.
Now I don't care about the rest of your story because I need to get to the bottom of why we saying things like that. Like now
Because
now
now I just think
I'm
you're
genuinely
dumb.
yeah. That's what it
Uh,
gets, and I'd be like, "Who child? That no child left behind." We whooping their ass every day, whooping them.
Sometimes you got to leave them behind.
That's the thing. We stopped leaving people behind,
Oh God.
and now they're confused in the general population. Make it make sense?
We
I don't. I don't.
all should not be sitting together. And that's the messed up thing about the internet that we also love. Because think about it, Griptown, everybody knows she a crackhead with all them damn kids. So, but yet we sitting on the same internet and the same algorithm. We don't
Just
belong together. We do
we
not belong
don't.
together.
We don't, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh wow, we should, separate ourselves because what? But yeah, here we are, just on Beyonce's internet, just all together.
In the club.
And
Because in the
we all
club,
fam.
we all
We all
fam.
fam. Like, what am I gonna do without TikTok when that shit is gone? Like, what am
I don't
I
know.
going to do?
I don't
What am I gonna
remember
do?
life before TikTok, honestly. I think I was just I don't know. I've always been an internet girly, so I'm still going to be on. I still am a YouTube girl. I'm on YouTube all day, every day. So
if my
I don't
ADHD could
know.
focus and do multiple things, like I can't work in a spreadsheet and watch some shit on YouTube. I literally watched Shannon Sharp's interview with Kamala Harris, and I didn't do any work for the entire interview. I looked at my phone screen the entire time. Should I have been doing other things? Yes. Should I be able to just listen? But I can't, I just can't do it. My mind cannot do multiple things at multiple times. I'm just like, let me look, focus. Now I'm done with that. Move on. Let me do the next thing. But
Like
you
you
know
gonna miss
what?
something.
Yes, like I don't miss something that's previously recorded. I don't know. I'll be watching it like it's live. Like I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. But also, I feel like this is probably something is wrong with me. The only thing that I've ever successfully been able to listen to and work at the same time is true crime. Now that both headphones on, and baby, when I tell you I get the work done, gets the work done. I don't know if it's just like they don't talk with a lot of like inflection or excitement. They are simply just like very monotonely telling the story. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like I can just take in the information and not have to do it. I don't know. Maybe it's like a cadence thing. Like even news reporters, like the way that they speak, it's very just like they're supposed to just deliver the facts. They're not supposed to put their personal information, like their personal feelings into it. Just relay the information. So very straight across the board. Here it is. It's sunny today. Okay. They wilding. The highway is traffic. Like just give the information, and I can digest it and I can focus and do other things. But like Shannon Sharp, he up there keying. I said, well, let me see what's so funny. I can't separate. Like, don't give me no enjoyment, no excitement. The
No,
little
but
tiniest bit.
my imagination is too wild. So even when I'm listening to an audiobook, like if I'm listening to anything, audiobook, podcast, true crime, doesn't matter. I can literally see what you're saying. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I visually see and am like imagining, like, as if I'm there.
Yeah.
So, like, my imagination won't allow me to just, like, I don't know. Like, I'm a visual and audio person. So, I need both, whether that's my own imagination and interpretation or whether it's the TV. So, I don't know. I need it all.
Yeah, I feel like the podcasts I listen to, they do a good job of describing what they're talking about. So it's like that function in my brain, I don't have to use it. I don't have to envision like, oh, if I close my eyes, okay, I think this would have looked like a dark road, look like this. No, they're telling you exactly what it looked like. So it's like, I don't have to put my own little 2 cents in there. They told me. I know. I got
That
it.
makes sense.
So it's easier for me to just like turn my brain off and not have to one more thing from my mind to be like, ooh, I should look at that. Now I should be thinking about what this looked like.
That's true.
I'm starting to think I need a pill or something because some days the
And it's
alphabet
just me
letters
here.
get to
It's just
me.
me
And I
being
just
like, exactly, friend. Exactly.
I'm a pill because my inability to
Exactly
just
that.
focus is insane. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Listen,
It's a squirrely mind that I have.
it makes for good conversation. So
It do.
there's that.
That's why I know a whole lot about a whole lot of. I know a whole lot. And I can tell you because I can pay attention. Like I was literally talking to Colin, it was like a couple months ago, and he was just like, how did you just pay attention to 4 different things at one time? I was like, I don't know, easily.
Yeah.
We're watching something on TV. I could tell you what just happened on the TV. I could tell you what you was just talking about. I could tell you what the person over there is talking about because I'm actually listening to them with this ear. This ear I'm listening to you, and I'm watching the TV, but I also have on subtitles so I can turn my ears off and not listen to it.
Yeah, you need a pill.
That's how it works. That is literally how my brain works. It's like I feel like I could
Squirrel
split it up
brain is
and
really a thing, I guess.
yeah, like I could split it up. And I only use this portion's over here, that's over there, and then the other part is over there. And then I could
No,
give
the
you a
most that I
synopsis
could
of
do,
everything that happened.
the most that I could do is like something on the TV and something on my phone. I can't, like, when I was at your house and Colin was constantly watching 4 things on the screen, I literally had to look away from the TV. I couldn't do it. I'm just like, I'm about to
Oh
go
yeah.
cross-eyed. Like,
He does that
I
shit
don't know.
easily all day. The
I
other
don't
day,
know. I
he's
can't
watching
do
3
it.
different sports. He's watching the World Series, then he was watching the Giants play, and then he was watching the Celtics game all on the same screen. Well, I feel like I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's why I used to hate as a kid when on the PlayStation you could do split screen for 2 players. That shit used to piss me off because I'm looking at my screen and your screen. I'm getting distracted. Like
Yeah.
the split screen things, it's too much. I'll be floating.
Yeah, it's like now I done lost because I've been watching you. Oops.
Exactly. Got to keep my
Yeah.
eyes on my own damn paper.
So all that we can do. All that we can do. All that we can do. Hopefully by the times that this podcast comes out, my anxiety will be 0, or I'm gonna have a grippy socks vacation. Like it's at this point with this election, it's given either or. It's 2 different extremes. I'm either gonna be able to be normal and feel like, okay, the world is not coming to an end, or I gotta be getting me an exit plan because I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Because I told
If
you
I'm
I
being
will not be.
honest,
I will not
yeah,
be a handmaid. I gotta get the fuck out of
yeah.
here.
If I'm being honest, I feel like either way it's going to be bad. And I don't want to be negative, but I feel like if that man wins, then the streets are going to be ignited. And if
Oh yes.
Miss Madam Vice President wins, the streets will be ignited. So either
And it's
way,
so
I
crazy.
think
We're talking about the same street.
right, right,
It's the same street.
right. And I feel like initially it's going to be bad initially. I give it till maybe January for things to die down, but the whole rest of the rest of this year, it's going to be bad either way. So that's why I'm just mentally preparing for whatever there is to come. Yeah. And
I
I
don't
feel
even know how to
like
mentally
even for
prepare.
just me, the way I mentally prepare is to know that people in this world are crazy. And at the end of the day, you are a Black woman with a Black family, and you live in an area that is growing to be diverse, but is still very much predominantly white driven.
Mm-hmm.
And you just don't know. And I mean, even for you, it's like you are like, you're in the suburbs too. So I feel like we're in the same boat, honestly. The only difference is that you're in the South, technically, like compared to me. But like
Yeah.
our areas, I would say, are similar in the sense of, I think, you have a lot more Black and brown faces around you, but the powers that be, I mean, you could speak more to that, but that's how I perceive it. So I feel like we in the
Yeah.
same boat, just in a different type of way. I feel like where I live, you drive a couple minutes, it's gonna get real rednecky. You know what I'm saying? Like shit could flip
Same
like a
here.
switch.
Same here. If I go about
But
3 towns over, I'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah,
I don't think I should be
right,
here.
right. But in my day-to-day life, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like you don't know who's behind the mask. I interact with white people all the time, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
regular. But in the
Yeah.
back of my head, I be just knowing, like, you ain't no damn liberal. Don't pander to me. I don't give a damn. Like, leave me alone.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, so it's kind
It's
of just like mentally preparing in the sense of like, listen, we're all living in this world, and realistically, we're going to use or have used our right to vote, our God-given right to vote, and whatever that means for you. But just know that your vote isn't the end all be all. So those around you also matter.
yeah. It's like it takes everybody to kind of buy in, which, regardless of which way you do it. Now, do I understand people who are voting for the opposing side that look like us? I just don't understand it. It don't make it. It's not clicking to me. I don't get it.
Hmm. And so my viewpoint on that too is that, like, if I'm being honest, I feel like a lot of Black people and people of color are more conservative than we think we are. However, I think that what the other side represents, meaning like the people that
it's
they
not conservative. That's the thing.
the
It's just like,
people,
I could see if it was a conservative thing, but it's just like, it's just going for lawlessness. It's not going for being conservative. It's literally going for the most destruction that you could possibly do. And that'd be the thing. Like, it really pisses me off when people say, basically, I like my racism right in my face. It's like they just had a whole rally at Madison Square Garden, and that was their plan right in your face. They told you verbatim exactly what they're going to do, exactly what they think about you,
just
right to
like
your
them
face.
ballots that been catching on fire. They told us
They
what they
told
was
you
gonna do.
exactly what they're gonna do. And it's just like, how we not listening to that? You You don't hear it. You don't think that it applies. And that be the thing. It's just like, no, baby, this applies to you.
Yeah.
This applies
And
to
that's
you
what I was gonna
right
say.
now.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. It's just, regardless if you feel like you're, as a Black person, above whatever, right? You are still Black in the United States of America. Okay. Like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, use a nigga. Okay.
And that's how
So
they're gonna see you. And they told you, with carving watermelon jokes, saying that Puerto Rico was a floating island of garbage, saying that, oh, America is for Americans and Americans only, quoting direct things from Nazi Germany. It's just like, y'all not listening. Y'all not listening to exactly what's being said. Because that's what it is. They telling you right in your face. And that whole like conditioning to just be like, I don't know. I feel like some people are very conditioned and will not get out of that, just bowing down to the white man and just being like, I'm gonna take whatever. Oh, I like my racism in my face. But why? Why do you feel like, oh, I want to subject myself to racism, period? Like, shouldn't
But
the
I feel like
objective be
people
to
who
get
say that,
away from that? I don't get it.
but I feel like people who say that have never experienced real racism. Like, they might have experienced like prejudiceness or being, prejudiced and stuff like that, but direct racism. Like, I'm telling you, in high school, I've told you a million times, the only reason why I graduated high school a year early was because I was trying to get away from these motherfuckers. Like, I could not do it anymore, especially like if you go to a school that's, at the time, it was like, what, like 90% white. Like, it just was a crazy experience. There's no reason why I should be sitting in class in world history, AP world history, and the white student behind me talking about something. Yes, Sierra, your uncle was probably Kunta Kinte, and now the whole class is laughing and doing all this extra shit. Why? And then I get in trouble because I react. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the gaslighting that people have to go through, and just random overt things like that, whether it's just words or things are put on your locker or things are done to you. I feel like people who have never experienced that, they might say some shit like, oh yeah, I like my racism in my face. Like, well, guess what? You gonna get it in your face and behind your back. So I don't know. I feel like if you've ever really experienced aggressive racism, white people following you in cars when you're walking down the street, no, I don't want to experience that.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, sometimes stuff just really be beyond jokes. Like, I feel like it's one of those things, like, you gotta laugh to keep from crying, but really some things are beyond jokes. Like, when I look at things as far as like, when it comes to voting, like, you don't have to be the most educated person when it comes to voting, but they are key things that affect your everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't you pay attention to those things? It's like, those things actually apply to you. The tax breaks for billionaires, that don't apply to you. You don't make that much money.
Mm-hmm.
You still talking about $1,200 from 4 years ago. So that, baby, that shit don't apply to you. You worried about the wrong fucking thing. What you should be worried about is them trying to get rid of a $35 cap on insulin when your grandma is diabetic. She need that insulin. And I guarantee she likes paying $35 more than she likes paying $200+ or not being able to get the insulin at all because they want to get rid of the health insurance plans that makes it so health insurance companies have to take people with pre-existing conditions. I'm like, you know how many people in the Black community will not have health insurance if they succeed? People with sickle cell, which affects Black people. Pre-existing condition, baby, you're done. Asthma, pre-existing condition, you're done. Diabetes, high blood pressure, all of these things that at disproportionate rates affect people of color. They want to get rid of that. And it's just like, if you don't know about anything else policy wise, you don't know anything about how the border works, you don't know nothing about none of that. You know about health insurance. You know it when you have kids who have asthma, or if you are a person who has asthma, you know that having medical care is important. Being able to get your prescriptions is important. What y'all gonna do without no albuterol? What you gonna do?
It's sad.
It's like those things. It's like, just pay attention to the small things that really affect your everyday life. If you're trying to figure out, okay, what should I actually do? Or the way I look at it, I feel like I look at things on, I guess, more of a personal level when it comes to politics. It's like, because I'm more educated on it, like, I understand what it means to vote and what it means to vote as a woman. It's like, it was literally not too long ago, we couldn't vote at all. Couldn't vote at all. Or in certain states that Black people had to pay to vote and white people didn't. Like in the South, people having to choose, do I feed my family or do I go vote? It's like, there's been so many different things set up to make it so that we don't have a voice, that I'm just like, I'll be damned if I don't exercise mine. Because too many people had to literally make the choice between feeding their family or voting. Too many people have had to endure so much shit to make it so that I can just freely walk in, get my driver's license, register to vote, and on election day, I can just walk in the building. So I feel like in those things, it becomes kind of like a slap in the face. Regardless if you vote for one candidate or the other, do it. But to just be like, nah, I'm not voting at all, is insane to me.
Yeah, no,
and I just there's no one can ever give me an explanation that will make me be like, oh, okay, I can see why you would say that. No, there's nothing that exists.
Yeah, and you've had too many options as far as like voting options. Like, you can early vote, you can go the day of, you can mail it in, you can do all types of shit. So
there's so much.
We had a conversation. I personally like to go the day of, which is fine. That's just like a thing that I don't know. Like, even when I was in college, I would always go back home because I didn't live that far. I lived an hour. So I could go home and vote when it was my first time voting. You know what I mean? So that was always something that I did. But I don't know. When this comes out, it'll be the day after.
Literally.
And what do you think, honestly, is going to be the energy of that day? Like, what?
I think of what, election day or the day after?
The day after, the 6th.
There's going to be people that's on January 6th type energy. But I also think that if it goes, let's say it goes in Kamala's favor, which obviously, and controversy and chaos, that is what we're hoping for. If it goes in her favor and she does become president-elect, I feel like, in a sense, there will be a large group of people, while there are going to be people who want to riot and tear shit up and, just like, oh, God damn it, I can't be racist anymore. What am I going to do? Like, you'll have those people, but I think that there'll also be people who kind of are able, for the first time in a while, take a little bit of a sigh of relief that, okay, help is coming.
Not to be negative, but I really feel like there are so many men, women too, but there are so many men and women who are just so misogynistic that, like, even putting her being Black aside, or mixed, whatever people want to call her, she Black, even that alone is still scary. It's like, damn, y'all hate women that much?
It's like, but the thing is, it's just like, people say that they hate women, especially when it comes to Black people. Like, now that I do know that there are, and I won't say it's I won't say it's the overwhelming majority, because I don't think that Black men look at Kamala as if like, oh, I'm just not voting for her because she's a woman. I don't think that that's the majority. I think that because people have the internet right in the palm of their hand, it seems like it's a large group of people who are naysayers that don't want to vote for her just on the basis of gender. But at the same time, I think if you take a survey of a lot of Black men and be like, who raised you?
Right.
A Black woman raised you. And for a lot of them, you're going to be like, a Black woman singly raised you. So it's just like, do you really hate women? Are you really going to look in the face of your mother or your grandmother and be like, y'all can't lead just because you have a vagina?
Right.
No, you wouldn't say that, because the whole reason that you exist, the whole reason, the life that you had, and I'm sure people will give their stories, oh, their mom sacrificed this, their grandmother did this. These are the, the women that they cherish and that they love. It's like, so are you going to tell them that they're not fit to lead? Because clearly we've been doing it.
Right. Yeah.
We've been doing it all this time. So it's like, really, what are y'all saying? It's just like, you just mad to be mad. You don't really have any real basis around the argument of not voting for her just because she's a woman, because the history of your life has showed you that women do lead, and lead successfully.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
So it's just like, come on now, what are we talking about? So I think for those people that are naysayers, I feel like they're going to be the first people falling in line, and they're not going to be out there causing an uproar. They're going to have to get in line. They're going to have to fall in line, and let's do what the hell needs to be done. I'm trying to be very optimistic about it, but if I truly am very nervous, but outside of just the nervousness, because I feel like what the other side is saying, I don't take it as a joke. I take it as they are dead ass serious.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the scary part.
That's the scary part. They're 100% serious. I feel like if it goes in Trump's favor, we're going to be in for some shit that this country has never seen before. I really do feel like it's going to be so bad. But on the flip side, like more positively, I feel like every time I hear Kamala speak, I just get inspired. Like, I can't help it. It's like, damn. Let me get on my Zoom, because like your entire life, and even like as mothers, we of course are going to tell our daughters, like, you can literally be anything it is that you want to be. You can do anything. But it's different when you see a person that looks just like you actually doing it. It becomes more real. It's like, it's not just something that's being said in an encouraging manner. It's like, no, this is something that really can happen. I think it kind of, she is that kind of glimmer of hope, that this actually can come true. You actually can do what you want. You actually can be the leader of the free world. You can do a lot of shit. And I think that she's more than qualified, and I feel like she's serious.
Yeah.
The last speech she gave yesterday, I watched the entire thing, and I was just like, when you think of what a president should be like, I personally don't feel like anybody else fits that mold other than her, because it's not about dividing people. It's like, you cannot agree. You cannot agree with me. You can feel like you want to do things more conservatively, or, you want to live your life a different way. But I'm not here to say, and she said it, I'm not here to banish people who don't agree with me.
Right.
And that's
the beauty of
what
living in the free world.
Exactly. And that's really what it should be about. Everybody trying to find a common ground. Yes, there are going to be people who are ultra conservative. Everybody lives their life a different way. But things have to be put in place that are collectively, as much as possible, better for all people. They're going to, and some decisions are not going to be for one subset group of people. Y'all may not like it, but the general collective of the entire population of the United States is in favor of this. This is a bigger group of people. This serves the most good. So we're going to go with this. And I think that that's really what it should always be about. And I mean, I already did my voting, so
yeah,
I've done what I'm supposed to do. But I feel like her speech yesterday definitely was, I mean, obviously it's the last push, but I can't see how people who are kind of on the fence or undecided can go for anything else. I think that both candidates had two pivotal moments. You saw what happened at Madison Square Garden, and then you saw all the fallout that happened on CNN the day afterwards. And then you have what she did and what her speech was. It's like, at this point, this is it. What you gonna do?
and I think also when she wins, because we believe, right? When this comes out, we believe that she has won. Okay, do not. This is for those people who just always want to criticize something. Let the lady get her foot in the door and get her bearings together. Okay,
Because
do
she didn't.
not.
Ooh, girl.
She got some work cut out for her. This first couple of months, even year maybe, don't come in here with the she ain't done nothing yet. She this, she that, blah 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 blah. Calm down. Rome was
Yeah.
not built overnight. That's the saying, right? That's how they
Rome
say it?
wasn't built in a day.
In a day. Yeah, it wasn't. So please, please, people, I implore you to please have some patience if you want things done with us in mind. And by us, I mean everybody in mind. We
Yeah.
might not like every decision that she's going to make, but guess what? This country isn't just for us as Black people. So her being someone who is now a Black leader or a Black figure in our world, she's not just our leader. Just how Obama was not just our leader. Yes, they mean something to us, but they have to lead everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
So
I think it's important
yeah.
to keep that in mind and don't take that away. Like, a person can be a symbol of hope and change. Like, okay, I'm like, honestly, I feel like her running really restored some kind of hope. It's like, it kind of gives the same thing when Obama was running. It was just like
Right.
people were just happy that he was making it.
It
And it
shifted the
wasn't like,
atmosphere.
it shifted the atmosphere. And it's like, let's keep that going. We know how systematic things have been put in place. We don't, we've, we've been going through the same shit for hundreds of years. I think that it's high time we try something different.
Yeah. And come to the table with a different mindset and a different attitude.
Yeah, it's like it's really time for shit to change. And what do you want out of the next 4 years? I'm like, if anything, you want to still be able to have your rights when 4 years is up.
Yeah.
Even if things are put in place that you don't agree with, you want to still have your rights, that when the next 4 years when the 4 years is up and it's time for the next election, that you actually can exercise your right again to vote, rather than having all your shit stripped away. And we live now in a dictatorship like other countries, and they got the same leader for 25 years wreaking havoc.
Right.
It's like, if there's nothing, at least vote for it to have rights.
Exactly.
Just to fucking have them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel
So
like it don't get more basic than that. But I know on Tuesday, the way I'm gonna be hotboxing my garage, the nerves is I'm gonna be shaking like this, like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to get my shit together. I'll be no fucking good. I might have to call out of work on Wednesday because I'm gonna be so no good. No good. Help us.
yeah. It's all you could do is just go into it
All you
without
can do
your
is clench your butt cheeks and hope for the best. Oh my God. Just hold
clench
on.
them real good. Clench
Real
them real good.
tight. Real
This ain't
tight.
oh my God. I was about to make a really bad joke. I was gonna say, listen, all y'all that be out there doing the booty do, this ain't the time to hit the booty do. This is time
Keep
to
it
crank
tight.
it up.
Just hold on. Brace yourselves. And let's.
You know how they said, can you use your butt? This ain't time for you to use your butt.
When some guy seen him on TikTok, he said, it's just for decoration. It's just for decoration. Hold it tight.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Like, what am I going to do without TikTok? After all of this, yes, after our inspiring go out and vote speech that we just went on, at the end of the day, in closing, what are we going to do?
Because I mean, it all goes back to my freedom to have the app that I want.
Yes.
Okay.
By the time when 42 comes out, then we'll know if we are planning to flee the country or we straight.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. But thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next one.